Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome to another video. Today we will be talking about the 8 books I read in January. So I'm so excited to talk about all of them. I actually read a lot more than I was expecting to in January. I read 9 books, but I read one twice in January, and so I'll only be talking about 8 books, but just know they're like 9. I read like 9 books all the way through. Let's get into it. Okay, so I do have my laptop with me because I wrote everything like down, like all my notes on my laptop. You can see it on the screen, and I already I'll definitely show you what my notes are for each book. You can also go to my Fable account. If you have a Fable account, you can go to my Fable account, and I post all my reviews there for every single book I've read. You can see all my finished books, like everything is there. So if you want to see what I'm reading, what I'm doing, whatever, go over to Fable and go see that. So yeah, obviously this is not sponsored by Fable, but just making sure that's known, but I do highly recommend it. Anyway, starting with This Song Is Not For You by Laura Nolan. Okay, so I gave this 1.5 stars. I really hated it. I really hated it. I mean no offense to the author. I love Laura Nolan. I loved her other 2 books. They were great. I felt like this was very rushed. I felt like there were some things I didn't like it. I didn't like the plot. I didn't like the tropes. I didn't like it. I started this on December 28th. I finished this on January 1st. I guess you could say that this doesn't count, but I did finish it on January 1st and I did the most of my reading in January, so I feel like it still counts. It's a YA romance. If you have extra thoughts. This book was so cringe. Tom was weird and still hung up on Sarah the entire book. He called Sarah and Ramona kiddo, which was really cringe and kind of a red flag. After enjoying her other books so much, I had higher expectations. So sorry, but this was the least favorite book of the month. Next, we have The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. So I gave this 4 stars. I did like it. I did think it was a good book. I love the movie. Oh my god, it's like a top 20 movie, and I love romance movies. It's great. You're gonna cry. Watch the movie. But the movie was much better than the book. Again, if you like books and you don't like movies, then I feel like you should read this. But I feel like if you haven't watched the movie, if I hadn't watched the movie, I probably wouldn't like this book. If you haven't watched the movie, you might not like this book. I read it January 8th to January 11th. And yeah, I thought it was good. I really did. And then next we have Past, Present, Future by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I gave this 4 stars as well. I kind of wish I gave it 3. It was not great. Past, Present, Future was not great. It was fine, it wasn't great. It is a romance. I read it January 28th to January 16th. I listened to it as an audiobook, but I don't think that changes anything. My extra thoughts are this was just okay. Not amazing, not horrible, but it definitely wasn't necessary. I thought the first book was good. I liked the enemies to lovers. I didn't love the first book, like it wasn't like a top 10 book or anything, but I did enjoy it. This I did not like. Next book is Wolfpack Young Readers Edition by Abby Wambach. I loved this book. Oh my god, I gave it 4 stars. I think I probably would have given it 4.5 stars if I was rating it now, but I gave it 4 stars. It was an autobiography. I read it January 18th to January 19th. I literally like read it in the night and then woke up the next morning and finished it. It's a very short book, so it wasn't like I was binging it, but it is a very short book. It's only like 200 pages, so if you are looking for a short book, definitely recommend this. Also, if you are a soccer player, go read this right now. If you like autobiographies, go read this right now. Like, it's a great autobiography. She's a soccer player, which is great for people who play soccer. I don't personally play soccer, but I do know quite a few soccer players, so I recommend this to them. And these are my extra thoughts. Someone gifted me this book, and honestly, I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. Before reading this, I didn't know much about Abby Wambach. Now I know she's an open-minded and inclusive ex-Olympic soccer player. So yes, she did Olympics and World Cup. Now she's a stepmother, and it's just really cool. Okay, next we have my favorite book of January, Borrow My Heart by Casey West. This was a YA romance. I read it in one day. This was my first online read I've ever read. I read it on my phone. It was great. I read it on the Libby app. Highly recommend Libby. If you don't have Libby, go get it right now. Again, not sponsored, but go get Libby. It's great because it's through the library, so you can just like get books, you can read them, and then you just return them to the library like you had a library book, but it's on Libby, so it's great. Here are my extra thoughts. Okay, I did not think I would love this book as much as I did. Yes, I said that twice in 2 reviews. I literally had a post on it on Fable. I was laughing about that. The concept was really cute and something that I had never seen before, which is true. It's super cute, really cute. If you want like a cute romance that will just like make your heart happy, I highly recommend this. Okay, next we have Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls. This was written by Lynn Weingarten, I think. Okay, so I gave this 3 stars. Now, I want to say this was one of my first ever mysteries. I don't read that many mysteries. This was definitely a mystery. If you want it's not cute, a mystery, read this. Now, I want to say there are a lot of like trigger warnings. So like, if you're not in a great mental space right now, maybe don't read this right now. But if you are, this is a great book. I highly recommend it. I read it January 24th to January 26th. This was another online read. Here are my extra thoughts. This was crazy. I thought something would happen and then the plot would completely change. Yes, it was very twisty. It was very twisty. Like, you never knew what was going to happen. If you like mystery, this is for you. Yeah, I highly recommend. I do. If you're in a good headspace. If you're not in a good headspace, do not read it right now. The next book on the list is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is also a mystery. I read it January 27th to January 31st. So I was like trying to cram it in and finish it yesterday. I was like, oh my god, I have to finish it, I have to finish it, I have to finish it. But I did. That's great. I gave it 4 stars. My extra thoughts was one word, wow. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting. It was very twisty as well. This was a mystery that I thought was really good. I am currently reading the second one in the series called The Hawthorne Legacy. I highly recommend. So far, I haven't really read it yet. Anyway, it's going well. I really like The Inheritance Games. Yeah, my friend recommended it to me and it's really going well. The last book was Betting on You. If you guessed it, congratulations, you got it right. I did read this 3 times. I read it twice in January. I read it once in just like literally one day, and then I read it again for a whole week. I love this book so much. Oh my god, I love this book. I've read it 3 times and I love it. It just gets better and better. It makes my heart so happy. If you're looking for a heart-happy book that never... Oh my god. This is a book that if you're in a bad mental space or if you're in a book slump, read this book right now. Oh my god, if you're in a book slump, go read this book. If you need like a book that takes your mind off of the horrible tragedies of life, go read this book. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. I honestly recommend any Lynn Painter book for that, but Betting on You is my favorite. Anyway, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed.